Andy along with Grosh here, and we're gonna be casting this game between Flux, I believe,
On
and
the purple team.
oh, okay. Who are the other team? I
Our
should
LS.
read up what games are actually going on today. That'd be a good start as well.
Our last story as well.
uh, Last study.
Yes.
That's a very philosophical sounding name. I
It's
wonder.
pretty ominous as well, isn't it?
I wonder what the
Um,
story is behind that one.
yeah, I wonder what their last story is going to be as well.
Alright, hold on, let me find the crap. Oh god. Oh, alright, I've got it now, kinda, I think. Okay, cool. Okay, so we've got some cool games tonight.
Yeah, we got a ton of games this evening.
4 games, hopefully.
Yeah.
Possibly 3, we'll see. I know that LC and Team Infused are both at Epic LAN this
Yes.
weekend. And so they're both going to be at Epic Land and they're meant to be playing tonight. So they hopefully will be able to play that while they're both next to each other at Epic Land,
Yes.
and then
Well, for
that's
those that don't know, one of the other casters, Sona, is casting Epic Land this weekend as well. So, um, if you do get the chance to watch that as well as this, do so. It'll be a good watch.
mhm.
So we're in this. Let's discuss the picks and bans.
Yeah, that's a good
All the
idea.
bans are coming down. What do you make of these bans? We've got Lucian, Lee Sin, Yasuo.
Well, I hate Lee Sin because Lee Sin is the stupidest champ in the game. He's like the most mobile. He's got so much damage. Everyone says, "Oh, he's so balanced," but he's picked in nearly every single goddamn LCS match ever. So very clever ban there. Very smart, wise ban.
We've seen crits play him a lot as well. Do you think that's not only just a ban through his strength, but also a crits focus as well with that ban?
Possibly, but as long as Lee Sin's gone, that's just great news for
Yeah.
all of them because just seeing Lee Sin, it just ruins the game. It's honestly not, it's just so boring. So boring just seeing Lee everywhere. Ha! Hurrah! Hurrah! Nah, not having that. So great, good pick. Good ban pick.
So I'm going to ask you a more jungler specific question because that's where your sort of specialties lie.
Sure thing.
Evelyn banned as well. Do you agree with that ban? Do you think it's a good ban?
Evelyn is very popular and very strong at the moment, even though she had like loads of nerfs. Well, that was a few patches ago, and she did have a bunch of nerfs. She's still incredibly strong just because of her passive,
Yeah.
and like, well, I mean, it's just how people don't tend to buy pinks too much. I mean, they do.
Um, and so just general Kassadin and Ziggs pretty standard bans, and so is the Yasuo. But what about this Lucian as well? Lucian was changed this patch and is not considered as potentially as strong as he was. What do you think about that ban? So just general sort of champions that have been picked so far. Looking at that, Morgana, Jinx, bot lane for these guys. Um, Sat locked in there with Chica with that Vi in the jungle as well. So
Sorry, I just realised my mic has been muted. How long
yeah,
has
no,
that
that's
been
fine.
muted?
I was trying to figure out what
Oh,
was
right,
going
I
on.
was talking for ages. Damn. Sorry.
No,
Okay,
it's fine. Um,
my bad.
no, that's cool. So TF locked in as well with that Kali. So is that top laner Kali?
That is top lane Akali, yeah.
Okay.
I'd be very surprised to see a TF top taking, well, just in general seeing a TF top. It does happen, but if the
What about
Akali's
that
taking the
jungler Kali?
TP,
What about the jungle or the
jungle
TF jungle? What about
Akali,
these? Could
oh,
these potential? Do these have potential?
hmm, I couldn't see it happening, but
No.
you never know.
Crits is a crazy guy. He does crazy things.
We shall see in this last.
We'll see. So classic kind of wombo team from our LS with
That's
that
a
Malphite aura.
really, really strong team comp. That
Yeah,
is some
absolutely.
serious team fighting potential there. I think Who are purple sign again? Flux, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I think they want to be aiming more for picking people off
Yes.
with. Well, I mean, they got the TP. They got Akali, who's mainly for just sort of quick burst damage.
Mhm.
Uh, Even Braum, I know Braum has a really good ultimate for team fights, but with his passive,
Mhm.
how he like with the denting blows. No, that's Vi's. It's concussive blows, isn't it? I think it's
Yeah.
concussive blows.
Yeah.
Like that goes on single targets, so it's good for catching out people. And so
Yeah.
and the Vayne as well. Just a really good sort of snowbally comp, trying to catch people out, burst them down, and then I imagine they'll try and rush some turrets and avoid team fights too much because our last story have got a pretty decent team fighting comp, so they want to avoid that, try and get far as far ahead they can with their snowbally comp before they start bringing out the team fights.
Yeah. Um, Jungle Gragas.
Jungle Gragas.
Explain all, please.
Whoa.
Enlighten me, please.
Gragas annoyingly has become a flavour of the month pick again.
Uh-huh.
He's mainly seen top lane at the moment, but he's still seen about in the jungle occasionally, and it's pretty good. I mean, he's got that little dash thing, and then he's got his slow, and then he's got his ultimate. So I haven't seen it much, but from what I have seen of it, it's pretty powerful.
What
He's
sort of build path do you think we see? Are we going to see him pick up, say, Spectral Wraith, or is he going to go towards the Ancient Verb and
um,
just be a tanky guy?
I
What's the kind of thing?
think he would prefer to aim for a sort of a tanky build because even though they've got Braum isn't enough to stop it. Like if it goes wrong,
Mhm.
and I mean it's kind of like dominoes. If one of them died, say in like a team fight, they're all
Yeah,
pretty squishy. If one of them died, it's gonna like ruin everything else. Especially say like Akali with the sort of resets with the
yeah.
dashes and whatnot. If one of them dies, then I believe without sufficient tankiness, they're gonna just fall down so quickly. So
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm gonna see a tanky Gragas.
Well, I mean, he's got pretty good peel as well, so they might
Mm,
try and use that to help the Vayne a lot more as well with the Braum. If you can protect Vayne in that with those kind of double fat man mustache combo,
yeah.
you know, uh, Vayne's gonna be pretty happy about those kind of things. So one thing I wanted to talk to you about is now they have a very sort of pick heavy comp. This Flux team.
Yeah.
How is this going to translate into sort of sieging and objective play? Because Vayne typically quite struggles against sort of taking turrets
Mm,
because she's got quite low attack range. How is that? How are
yeah.
they going to make that kind of work for them?
Well, our last story with the Oriana, they've got great clearing,
Mhm.
and with Jinx as well, because
Yeah,
Jinx has her Q. So with the rockets and the balls, I think they're gonna have trouble
yeah,
sieging turrets. So this is where their snowballing side of their play comes in, where they want to catch people out. Preferably, they want to catch the Ori and the Jinx out, the more squishy and more annoying targets,
yeah.
so they can start sieging and securing objectives. Like, I think they'll want to try and ward around as much as they can and try and catch people out. It's just just trying to catch people. They've got the TFO as well,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to aim for. Because with that, they can't siege head on 5v5 into
Yeah.
a turret.
And Shawzy's going quite aggressive, going for that ignite on his TF as well.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a confidence thing, or just they just need as much damage as they can possibly get in these roams that TF's going to make in these fights?
I think it's a damage thing. I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like they want to get advantage in lane because I believe that Flux do have lane advantage, kinda. Even though they got like Vayne bot and stuff, I still believe overall they kind of have that lane advantage. They just want to make the most of it. Like I said, they want to avoid these team fights, make the most of while they're on their own and doing their 1v1 or 2v2 stuff.
Now, typically, this Oriana matchup is actually quite strong in favor of Oriana because she's quite a bully in lane, really, with that clockwork wind up on her passive.
Mm.
Um, How do you think they need? Do you think they're going to camp out Shawzy, get him really fed, and just kind of keep the Oriana low because they have so much kind of potential with the Wombo combo from the Vi and the Malphite charging in together? Do you
Uh,
think the most of the damage is coming from that Oriana, and actually they're going to focus her a lot?
who's Shaw's? Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
TF is Shaw's. Sorry. Um, that Well, to be honest, I think whichever one of them gets fed, like Akali, TF, or Vayne,
Yeah,
they'll be able to transition quite well to whichever one is getting the most fed. I believe any three of those will have a huge advantage on the game that they won't need to worry too much about getting a specific person fed.
yeah, okay,
Um, because I feel like they're all, I mean, Vayne, Akali, TF, they're all big, big players when they get a good lead. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I think which comp do you favor? That's the real kind of question for you, Daniel.
um,
What's your gut
I'm a
going?
I'm a team fight kind of guy, so I
Yeah,
really like the our last story, but I mean it's much riskier though having a team comp like that because it's very wombo combo-ish. Like
yeah,
if say like Malphite doesn't land a decent ulti or Ori doesn't land a decent ulti or Morgana doesn't like all their ultis are very reliant on each other to
yeah,
pull off. I mean I feel like even if they went behind, if they managed to pull off a really nice combo,
yeah.
they could completely change the game. But it's much more riskier. I feel like Flux are going for a more uh, safer build, safer team comp.
Mhm.
But at the same time, our last story have the potential to take a huge advantage if they make a nice team fight happen.
Yeah, that's it. They've got that the comeback potential, isn't it? You can
Yeah,
never you can never count out the 3,000 ELO
yeah,
shockwave or shockwave rumble ult. You can never equalize it. You can never
yeah,
kind of count that out. Um, and I love seeing those. Yeah, you can see it all kind of piling in with the Oriana shockwave and the Malphite ultimate and the Vi assault and battery and the Jinx rockets flying all over the place. Oh, it'd be glorious. If our last story get one, I'll be a happy caster. I'll tell you that. Very happy. So sort of
Okay.
level one with now that we're in the game.
We are in the game, yes.
Yes. Are we going to see any kind of invades from either team? Do you think either team should invade? What's
Oh, well, Morgana has that incredibly well, I mean at level 1 2 second snare,
yeah,
which is still pretty decent for a level 1 snare, and so I think our last story should try for invade here. In fairness, in reality, I mean Morgana and Braum are both pretty decent for level 1 invades.
yeah.
Like,
That
it's,
Winter's Bite is so
yeah,
strong at those
it's
early levels.
really, really strong slow, and then followed up by a stun. It's usually enough to get a kill off.
Yeah, and
Both,
this is in the last few patches we've had that buff to first blood, so it is worth that little
yeah,
bit more now as well.
both teams seem to be hovering around right now, and neither side have grouped for anything particular. So they might be boring and not provide us any exciting level 1 content.
I was hoping that we'd get some crazy all-in plays, Muppet getting caught by a binding or something, just crazy, crazy things.
I,
But it
pl-
looks like just kind of scouting each other out a little bit, it seems.
I played a ranked game last week, and our Jinx got a pentakill level 1. It was
That's
pre-
Diamond 1 for
it was
everyone.
pretty crazy, and 2 of the enemy team went AFK straight away. So
That's incredible.
that's solo queue for you.
Yeah, that is it, Oh, what an incredible start to a game that was.
Yeah,
What an incredible, you know.
yeah, it was pretty pretty crazy.
So
Pretty rare.
Gragas is running 22 ability power in this rune page.
So he's starting off quite heavy
Yeah.
damage then. We don't know if he's going to transition to tankiness. I mean, the thing with Gragas is you can build him tanky at the moment and he'll still do a load of damage. I mean,
Yeah, his base is
he has percentage health now. I mean, he does percentage damage with his
on
Q.
on the Drunken Rage. I think that goes all the way to
Drunken
12%.
Rage, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, it goes all the way
Yeah,
to 12% on that
which is
Drunken Rage.
huge. And that's maximum health, not current health, so... That's,
Yeah, it's like coupled with a sheen or that's just a crazy amount of damage early. So
Shawsy, sorry, go on.
no, just kind of tottering around, aren't they? Really, just everyone's kind of feeling each other out and just
Yeah?
just kind of
Yeah, just giving each other a quick feel.
Yeah, that's it. Just copping a feel, just kind of sort of seeing how things go. Mexi showing how tanky that Braum can be. Just
Malphite getting rock solid, checking out that Nurse Akali there.
that's it.
Right.
God,
Right.
that's it. Oh wow.
Well, CSing.
How do you think
Sorry.
this Malphite Akali matchup's going to go? Because we've seen Malphite actually kind of he's
Um,
been kind of popular lately.
he is. Akali's going quite aggressive.
Yeah.
Vi's coming up for a gank. But
Yeah.
Gragas is there also.
Here comes
Blood
the
Chemist
Vault.
coming in for the Q. Out comes the stealth.
Yeah.
And they're going straight for the. Oh! Malphite just
So much
obliterated.
Gragas.
A lot of damage for Gragas. Oh! I think Blood Chemist flashed on the spot there. I don't think he meant to do that. But that
So
was.
double kill there for Gragas though. Just
Yeah.
nice little reverse gank. The damage that came out from that W
Mm,
when he auto attacked onto the Malphite was just
yeah, it's crazy. And just to secure the kill, as he was diving in, I think he flashed forward just to make
Yes.
sure he would hit the auto attack. Because
Yeah.
sometimes when you're dashing forward with Gragas, like you might be just out of range for the auto attack. So he wanted to secure the kill before Malphite even had the chance to flash away himself. Even though
yeah.
he did
Now
end
that
up
that
using
body
it.
slam is a stun,
Mm,
it's just
yeah, it is.
so difficult to deal with.
And he's got 2 kills up already.
Yeah, he's going to be a pretty happy jungler.
Mm.
And maybe it won't be Vayne, TF, or Akali who gets really fed. Maybe it'll be Crits who gets really
Yeah,
fed.
it might be.
Who knows? You know, it's a crazy game.
Wouldn't be
Crazy
surprised. I
game.
mean, Gragas very, very strong in the current meta.
The
Blood
gank
Chemist.
coming in straight from the Vida. The binding doesn't quite land, and they're just... If you don't hit that binding, you just can't follow it up, really, can you?
No, not really. It's like I said before, with their team comp, it's very reliant that they hit their
Yeah.
abilities, because without them, they're going to be in a really bad position. They don't want to be they want to be tightly knit, because if they're caught out of position by, say, like a Gragas ulti, they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Absolutely. Whoa, Akali's doing tons of damage to this Malphite in the top lane. Close. Thought she's going to pick herself up another kill there, but it's not going to... It picks herself up a kill.
Akali before, when the double gank came in top lane with the shroud.
Yeah.
It was a good play, like sitting in the shroud, just waiting for Gragas to be able to catch up, because Vi got there first. But
Yes. And she'd already started charging that Vault Breaker, so
as well,
the fact
yeah.
that was on cooldown, just kind of made that gank even easier, really. Because I'm pretty sure that you can cancel the Gragas body slam with that Vault Breaker as well.
yeah, I believe you can. Yeah.
Which would have completely negated sort of crits coming in at all. So, ping's coming down in this mid lane. Gragas wanting to get in again and try and get himself. The gold card lands into the wild cards. Gragas coming in again. Not quite in range. And Orianna getting away nice and safely there. Malphite though, having a tough time without the top lane, isn't he?
Yeah, Akali's always been a very specific pick. Like you don't get too many Akali players, but the Akali players you do see always seem to be quite good. Quite good. With like she's never been a bad champion to pick,
Yeah.
but she's very vulnerable to crowd control, and I think the best way to counter her really is when people buy pinks.
Yes.
When a like to put into a shroud, because that completely makes it useless then. But when she isn't crowd controlled, when she's not focused, she can do a load of damage when she starts getting her main items.
Yeah, absolutely. So typical build from her, we're going to see that Gunblade into the Lichbane pretty much for her damage, sort of
Yeah.
early game, mid game kind of damage items.
And that's when to see Gragas going for the Spirit of the Ancient Golem, so he's going to start going tanky,
Yeah.
as assumed.
Yeah, I think he probably just went for that little AP early on just to
Mm.
kind of give him the clear that he needs in those early levels.
And it paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. It did pay off, absolutely, because he got there just in the nick of time. What do you think that our LS are struggling a little bit? They're about 1,000 gold behind.
Hmm.
How do you think or what do you think they need to start doing, or what do you think that maybe their jungler needs to start doing to kind of bring themselves into these lanes a little bit more and bring themselves back in the gold a bit?
Well, I think Vi needs to try and predict where Gragas is going to be ganking, and also try and get a couple of wards around their jungle, at least to try and help her teammates out, just to make sure like they know where he is. Because I mean, he's got his Spirit of the Ancient going already. He's going to be pretty annoying to deal with.
Yes.
And he's got the tenacity bonus of Spirit of the Ancient Golem, which reduces all stuns, snares, and whatnot. So he's going to be even more awkward in the lanes to deal with.
That's actually a bug on that Spirit of the Ancient Golem. It doesn't give tenacity anymore.
Oh, it does.
I thought they removed it in favor of the because it now gives the percentage health, doesn't it?
I'm hovering over it now. It says it's
yeah, no, but I think the toolkit's wrong.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it's because it's the new one, isn't it? The percentage health gain and the
Yeah, you're right.
and the no tenacity anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's a spectator.
No, I think it's in the client as well. I think it was on the bug tracking list on Reddit earlier this morning.
My bad then. Okay,
No,
he doesn't have that yet, but he's going in for another
Kali
gank on
just going
top.
so deep onto Malphite though. Wow.
He uses his ult to escape. She's gonna die. Malphite flashes away. She picks up the kill and escapes. Gragas was there to provide support, but
down in
in
bottom,
the
though, TF teleporting in as well. The binding doesn't land. It looks like Braum is going to be taken low. He doesn't go down. Jinx falls though. He's going to fall down to the Vi there. The gold card landing from TF and the wild card's taking a lot of damage. With that red buff though, the shield coming from Orianna is fantastic. Can they finish themselves at one? The teleport comes in. The shockwaves there as well. It looks like Chica is going to fall. Wow. Crazy back and forth stuff.
3 for 3 there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a trade that our LS absolutely wanted, because this Orianna, great room from her to pick up, but Kali teleporting in so low.
Very low, yeah. And for Malphite, this will give him a bit of that free farm that he really needs right now to catch up, because Kali is bullying him pretty hard right now.
The kind of the great thing about Malphite in this kind of situation is it kind of doesn't matter that Malphite loses lane necessarily. It's how hard he loses the lane. If he just stops dying, farms up a little bit, and just becomes the ball delivery system for a fed Orianna, that's kind of all you need him to be. You know, he's just that debuff machine.
And it seems that Flux looking to do the dragon now. Blood Chemist will spot them out, but he's getting jumped on by them.
No gold card, though.
No gold card yet.
Well.
But the ulti comes in. That's a dead Vi.
Yep, that's it. Just caught out there a little bit. And now they get the dragon for free.
They won't be able to contest this without Vi. Whoa!
Oh, the rocket coming in. Close. Close stuff.
Very close, yeah.
That's it. We had faith in crits and his smite. Total faith there. Total faith.
But again, Gragas got that kill there. You can just see just how strong just Gragas is at the moment.
He's just going to get tankier, and he's just going to become more difficult to deal with.
And I mean, he's got percentage damage, so even that he keeps building tankiness. He's still going to be very strong. I mean, he's bought a Sheen right now. Yeah. So clearly that crits feels.
Morgana's going very aggressive onto Vayne as well. The exhaust coming down. Exhaust coming onto Jinx as well. So now they're trading back and forth to finalize pop. There's the ultimate from Braum. Doesn't land on either of them though. Mex is in a really solid spot, getting the stun down onto Jinx. She's been stunned up now. Vayne's gonna be able to apply the next one with the silver bolts. Ton of damage coming down, and that's gonna be a double kill for Muppet.
And it seems a Kali 1v1 to Malphite on top lane while that was happening. So
just kills all across the map then.
Kali taking a further advantage over Malphite, and he's really struggling after that.
Gragas going really aggressive onto the Vi as well. TF at teleport's going in. Gold card lands as well from Shorzy there. It looks like Vi's in a world of pain. Just wow, crits doing ton of damage with that explosive, with that barrel roll. Sorry, 200 plus 32.
And as I was saying before, he just feels so confident in their lead right now that he can just afford to get a Sheen rather than rushing some more tanky items right now.
Yeah, that's it, you know. And he just kind of has just such a strong command. They found him at this red buff jungle. The binding just not good enough again. Morgana chasing down, not going to be able to do anything really here apart from just kind of harass this Gragas out a little bit. And it looks like they're going to pick up that mid turret. just from a nice little bait from crits there on that Gragas.
Ooh.
Rocket coming up. Is it going to hit? No. Doesn't hit anyone.
That was a well-timed black shield there by Morgana to
Yes. Avoid that gold card.
avoid the gold card, yeah.
Good little moves. And just going to donate this blue buff away to TF there. Just a bit of CDR, some mana regen. It's nice stuff for that TF. Although not necessarily needing it as much as other mid laners. Whoa, Akali again. Well, Akali's skill is just on a rampage. He's just doing what he likes.
And Akali is just, when she gets ahead, she's so difficult to deal with. It's just that constant burst coming out, and then she can just pop away into her shroud, practically teasing you, saying, "Oh,
just
hit me."
In the mid lane, Vi coming in for that gank as well, with the Orianna picking themselves up TF. So the game is not necessarily running away, but it's getting more difficult. The longer this Akali's allowed to be a problem, though. So, what do you think they need to do to deal with this Akali? How can they kind of solve the Akali problem?
Well, they've got a lot of crowd control in their team, and she's still a squishy champ.
Yeah.
And she's likely to be squishy until late game, so she might start buying a defensive item, 5th or 6th item.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure we're going to see team fights before then, and I think they need to lock it down as fast as they can. The problem is, though, they want to try and put the most pressure on in mid game before, say, Vayne becomes a real problem, because Vayne late game, as you know, is just an absolute nightmare, and Akali's got another
Kali's just doing whatever she wants to do.
Chemist coming out to
is she gonna
gank.
get out? It looks like Gragas is coming. Ooh. Oh, no. The Vi just getting the shutdown there, but she's gonna fall to Gragas. Crits just turning up at the right time again to pick up the fadeaway kill. So they trade 1 for 2. Akali's getting stronger, and Malphite just needs to get tankier, and he's just not having the best time of it.
A big part about being a good jungler is always trying to predict where the enemy jungler is and providing that support just in time. And Chris is doing a really good job of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Gragas 5-0, and seeing the distortion boots picked up on the on Akali. Is that just? So
I think that's a comfort pick because I mean, like I said before, especially with Gragas as well, they're so far ahead in the gold right now that they don't particularly need to worry about rushing core items, that they can take a few things that will give them a slight advantage instead.
So just Crit's going so deep again, picking up this Vi as well, and they're just running absolute rampage all over this team, just doing what they want to do. Flux really just kind of dominating performance from them. They've got a 8k gold lead, and just...
Well, I'll give credit to Stripples, because Stripples has remained about 20 CS ahead for the last 10 minutes, and he hasn't died yet, and he's sustained his lane well. The unfortunate thing is, when you're against someone like a TF, it's really hard to roam and have not TF.
Malphite going very aggressive onto Akali. A nice shockwave down from Orianna onto the Akali. She's going to TP out though. Ah, no. Assault and battery comes straight and cancels that right up.
Vi is not having any of that.
No messing around there. But Stripples picking himself up another kill. 3-0-1. So this Orianna could start to become a problem from in the bottom lane. Whoa, crazy dives going on there as well, picking themselves up those 2 kills on the Jinx and the Morgana as well. Just crazy all over the map stuff going on.
And this is exactly what I was saying Flux need to do. They need to pick a couple of people out like they have done now, and now they're just quickly pushing these turrets before
they're not allowing it to be a 5v5, are they?
I mean, our last story, like, just not enough time to react to this.
But they're roaming towards the dragon, so maybe our last story might try and pick up a consolation prize for those 2 turrets that they lost. But here's Gragas as well. He's going to come and check over this, puts in a ward to spot that out. Crits is a higher level. Flash coming straight over the wall from Mexi there. Lands the Winter Spite. Can he land any sort of slow? Flash coming away from Orianna. She's been exhausted. The TF's coming in as well. Gonna land the gold card. He does manage to get that. Braum's in as well. There's the Winter's Bite. He's gonna be able to get the stun on. That looks like it's gonna be a dead Orianna. And just nice little move from Mexi to land that to get in there with the TF. Nice little move.
Mexi doing a bit of BMing there.
Yeah, just getting up in their grill, showing them why the mustache man should be feared. They're gonna land the Dark Binding. No Flame Chompers to go down. Gonna get the stun straight down to Vibe. Vayne picking herself up. Vayne picking herself up 1. There's the Winter's Bite landing. They've got the passive on from Braum. The stun comes down as well. Vayne's doing a ton of work. Gragas getting himself another kill. Whoa.
That was a basic attack.
Just so much damage from that Drunken Rage, isn't it?
I mean, the Drunken Rage and the Sheen. So, I mean, that's...
it's going towards the Frozen Fist as well, so you're just never going to be able to escape the slow on the barrel.
Wow, this is it, the one-mo combo.
One kill, but it looks like Akali's going to start doing work. Double kill for her, and it's a single kill for Vayne as well. Wow.
See, the problem is that's exactly what our last story wanted, but unfortunately, Flux have just had such a huge lead now that it doesn't affect them. I mean, they've got too many of their core items that they managed to just take out Ori and Malphite before the rest of the team could gather and finish off the rest.
They're just higher levels across the board as well, so they've got more base stats, and and that's just so difficult to deal with as well. Yeah. So, do you think our last story could still come back from this? Do they have the comeback potential that we talked about now, or is it gone?
I feel like it's too far in the game for them to start trying to make team fights happen and come out on top. I think they need to do exactly what Flux has been doing, but twist it on them. They need to catch Flux out, members out on their own. Say like Akali, for example. If Akali's not there, they'll have a much easier time. Like, they just need to pick out people. They've got the crowd control potential for it, but they can't take on Flux in a head-on right now.
So do we need to see more vision from them, really, to just kind of, so they can just have...
Yeah, we need to see some vision. I mean, there's the potential that Flux, clearly Flux are feeling pretty confident right now in their position. There's always the chance that one of them can make a mistake, maybe go just a little bit too aggressive. Yeah. And possibly on their own as well. So, I mean, for example, you can see where Akali is right now.
Yeah, Chi-Killer's being very aggressive, looking to maybe wait for that Malphite to push up. But Orianna in a world of trouble here with this Gragas chasing her down. There's the TF ultimate coming in as well. Not going to be in range for the gold card, though. Ooh, can she escape? A nice flash from Gragas there to land that barrel, but he's going to be able to get the slow on. Can he catch up to this Orianna? They've got the TF coming in with the gold card as well. Can they get this? They do get the gold card into the slow from the Iceborne Gauntlet, and she's just going to fall there. Just so hard to escape from that kind of the gap closer from the Gragas. Just 9-second cooldown with that 20% CDR. I think he's got 25% CDR. You know, you can't escape from it. No escape. But in the bottom lane, though, Jinx picking herself up 1 onto the Vayne, and Akali's coming in. She's going to get exhausted up. Is she going to be able to survive this? I don't think so. She's going to get that Twilight Shroud, and whoa, the sustain is crazy. Vi's come back in.
I believe that was a mistake there. But, I mean, they did pick up Vayne and Akali there. Yes. I mean, Vayne did have wards there, but this is what I mean about the overconfidence, feeling like, oh, she was safer than she really was. And, I mean, it forced an Akali TP in, and they managed to get Akali as well. And then, I mean, if they can do that, and, like, repetitively, then they will be able to catch up in gold. I mean, saying this is a huge gold difference, but when I say this, I mean it as in 13k can be, you know, you can recover from that. I mean, if you pick up like just 1 kill, if Olaf Storyman managed to pick up like 1 kill for 0, with that they can secure objectives, and Flux is either gonna have a much more difficult time trying a team fight without that team member, or they're gonna just sacrifice some turrets or a dragon. But
and I mean, Flux are already doing the dragon now again, so they've just been on these objectives. They're not kind of letting them get any way to come back into this game, not giving them any kind of gold avenues that they might want, that they might kind of be able to even bring them back in.
Seems like even though Ala Story have the much better teamfight comp,
Yeah.
Flux is so heavily ahead now that they don't really need to worry about the grouping. But still, regardless, they are going for a split push.
Yeah. I think that's the wise choice. There's kind of no need for them to kind of make these risks. The Dark Binding doesn't quite land there on Vayne. Nice little tumble from Muppet to get out of that. But Our Story still looking for something in this bottom side jungle. They're going to find themselves TF. The stun does go down. Visor has to Vault Breaker straight out there. She has a bit of a trouble. Jinx is well and truly out of position. Ton of damage coming down onto her. There's the Vise, Salt and Battery onto the Gragas. And Orianna and Malphite fighting against that Vayne up in the top side. And now they're chasing on Vi. Is she going to fall there? Here's Akali. The ult coming down from Gragas can pick herself up that one. TF gets himself the Jinx. Akali getting herself the Morgana. Orianna and this Malphite in a world of pain though. A good shockwave from her, and she's going to be able to pick herself up one, I believe.
No, none.
Oh no kill for her.
Very
Akali getting herself a
unfortunate.
double kill, and Braum picking himself up that final kill of that ace on Isla Story. Nice team fight from Flux there, just spreading them out, not allowing them to even use that sort of wombo that we talked about.
That was very unfortunate for our last story because Akali was in top lane and Akali had used her TP in the fight on bot lane, so they knew she didn't have it. But the problem was, so I mean, it was a 5v4 for them bot lane. I mean, Akali eventually came, but I mean, if they had managed to get a decent combo off, it wouldn't have happened.
Really aggressive there onto the Gragas. She's gonna pick herself up one. Jinx Rocket getting blocked out by that Unbreakable. No gusto there, but Kali going, holy damn, she's gone super deep for that one. Dropping the pink ward down. Chica is in a world of pain. He's gone way too aggressive for that one as well.
Again, saying about the overconfidence, like
Yeah.
Carly going in there thinking, no problem, got Shroud. And just
Yeah, now they're going to land a
too much.
nice start pointing straight onto the Gragas, into the seismic shot. Flame Chompers land though. He's going to throw out that ultimate, the explosive cast, and they're going to pick that one up with the seismic shard from Malphite. Nice little catch. A good binding from Morgana. Finally, we've seen a decent one. It was. It's been in the making, hasn't it?
I think our last story could potentially have looked at going for the Baron here,
Yes.
but I mean, none of their inhibs. I mean, I know their bot lane inhib is at risk, but none of them are actually down right now.
Do you
So,
think that's a confidence issue that they're not quite sure of what they can
Well,
do at this point in the game, or where
I
they are?
mean, they have very little warding. They've got the pink ward out near the Baron pit, but
Yeah.
apart from that, they don't particularly have too many wards anywhere. And I think by the time they warded everywhere to, make sure they could escape while they were doing it in case they came, I believe they felt like it'd be too late.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's kind of difficult to make those Baron calls as well. I think it's a very difficult kind of type of shot calling that you have to have, because it can be so risky to make that decision.
The unfortunate thing is, like, obviously it's a very risky call if they went for Baron there while Gragas and Akali were dead, but I mean, they're so far behind right now, they need to
kind of
try
don't
and make
have
risks.
anything to lose. Yeah.
Because I mean, Flux are just taking constant chunks out of them, and they're getting not much in return. I mean, they're picking up a couple of kills every now and then, but
And now they pick
in
up that
return,
Baron pretty much uncontested, as it were.
exactly.
The Jinx Rocket does give them the vision, but now the TF, he's popped that gate. Now he's in the bottom lane with Akali though. Wow.
Carly TPing in
Yeah.
just to secure
Nice
that.
little move there. They're going to be able to get the assault battery straight onto the Akali, but she gets into that Twilight Strike. She's all right. TF's going to do a ton of damage to Jinx. Oh, I think that was dangerous game that saved her.
Oh.
The ult from Gragas finishing that one. A single man shockwave coming from Orianna, not the greatest one. A nice Braum ult looking straight across the middle of that team fight though. Dark Binder coming in the middle. Morgana's got her changer on a double kill for Gragas. He gets himself the stun onto Orianna. A double kill for Akali as well, and that Vayne finishing that team fight. That's got to be game.
And that does look like game.
Yeah.
So
Disable
Flux the whole way through that game, even till the very end of TF on bot lane, doing the whole split push thing, because I mean, our last story had such a team fight reliant comp, and unfortunately they went too far behind in laning phase to be able to make the most of it. And I mean, I think there was only one 5v5 team right there, and by that time it was just way too
late.
late. Anyway, GG to Flux. Oh, maybe not yet.
It's not. The game is not over
Very close.
until the KD.
There we go. So GG to Flux.
Crit's not allowing Chica to up his KDA. Harsh, man. So now the game has finished, and Flux are going to claim their victory. Who do we give MVP to? I think so. Really, probably the best place to start.
I think Crits.
Yeah,
it has to be. I mean, Crits had huge pressure on every lane, and he was very feared. I mean, everyone tried to avoid getting close to him, quite respectably.
Yeah.
So, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Cheekila did really well, constantly bullying the Malphite, and had some really decent TPs. But overall, I feel like with his KDA as well, we have to give it to Crits.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you on that. Crits just dominating performance in the right place at the right time every single time.
Yeah, very, very well played, Jungle Gragas. So there you go, Jungle Gragas viable.
Yeah, that's it. You saw it not here first. I think it was Insect who played Jungle Gragas. I think about a year ago, was it? Something like that. An OGN sounds like something.